Yay. Okay. I was going to say good morning, but good afternoon for some of us in the eastern part of the world. And I'm so excited about this because we are actually going to give you guys some great information that we as coaches have learned. And you're going to hear some great little things at the end of our call of people who've already been on what Tiago is going to be sharing with us on the reset. It is amazing. And we just want everybody who is interested in maybe like taking a few weeks and getting with their coach and really trying to reset their metabolism and why this is so different from anything. What we had was fantastic. And I would say good, very good. And this is great. And so I'm so excited about the future of the health of America. And I think that's what we all want. We are not focused on weight loss, we're focused on fat loss, but we're really focused on metabolic health. And we have the goods and we have the science and all the things. So we're going to kind of, after Tiago, I asked him to come on as he is a coach. Him and Valerie coach. They have a great business. They're fitness instructors. He gets it all, and I want him to explain to you guys why this works and what's new, and then where we're going from here in a challenge that we'll have for you guys at the end if you would like to connect with your coach and hop on this pilot program that we as a team decided we wanted to do our own pilot program. We had a pilot program that was put on by the company, and we got to see those great results at conference. And then some of us as coaches are doing pilot program right now, and you're going to hear about that. And then we want you guys to join us for the future. But before we have Tiago come on, if you just popped on, make sure you're muted because we're recording this for our people that were not able to jump on. Okay, so Tiago and Valerie, take it away.
Good morning, everybody. So thanks, Lisa. My name is Tiago again. Like Lisa just mentioned, this is Valerie, my
Hey.
wife. We're both coaches, Trilogy coaches. So Lisa asked me just to give like a overall, explanation of how the body stores fat, about insulin, how do we keep muscle, and so forth. So I'm gonna give just a 20,000 overview explanation, but just so you can feel good about this. Like Lisa mentioned too, we've been personal trainers for a long time. We worked in the fitness industry for over 25 years now, and I currently work as a cardiometabolic specialist for Novo Nordisk. You probably have heard about Novo Nordisk, and I work with obesity, and I work with diabetes currently. So you probably heard about these two medications, the GLP-1s that are so current and popular out there, the Ozempic and the Wegovy. So I come from that side too, but I also come from the fitness side. So I think being able to understand both sides and being able to find that happy medium and see why Trilogy is such a great program and why Trilogy really works. So with that, let me start with this question. I want you guys to come off mute really quick, or type it in the chat really quick. So what is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say weight loss? If I'm asking you weight loss, what is the first thing comes to your mind? Is that eating less? Is it exercise? What is the first things? Maybe if I can get two people or three people just to respond, that would be great.
Crickets.
Well, initially for me, it was calorie deficit
Yep.
and increased protein.
Okay, great. Calorie deficit and increased protein. Valid. Very good. Thank you. One
There's
more
a couple in
person.
the chat, a couple of things
Yeah.
people put in the chat. Pain and suffering.
Pain and suffer. Okay. Yep. Yeah. It can.
Giving up everything you like.
Giving up everything you like. Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. Let's start there. Okay. So most of us already tried that. Okay. I want to lose weight. So I'm going to start eating less. I'm pain and suffering. I got to join the gym. I got to exercise. I got to eat perfectly every single day. I can no longer have fun. I can no longer eat things that I like, right? We think that way. So today I wanted to think differently. Today I wanted to think about insulin. Okay, so insulin is the hormone, okay, that we all have that comes from our pancreas. is the hormone that stores energy. Okay, so now let me just paint this scenario for you, this scene for you. Um, there's a male that weighs 150 pounds, okay, and he's trying to lose weight. And there's another male that also weighs 150 pounds, and he's trying to lose weight. Okay, one is eating way less calories, but a very high glycemic calorie, like with carbohydrate and sugar. Very low calorie, but very high glycemic. The other one is eating very low calorie, but very low glycemic. Okay. Which one do you think is going to lose weight? Let's call weight right now, right? But I mean, soon we're going to talk about body fat. But which one is you think is going to lose weight more or faster? Is going to be the one that eats low calorie with high glycemic, or the one that eats low calorie with low glycemic?
Low
Which one do you think?
glycemic.
Tell me why. Tell me why do you think that is? There's no wrong
Because
answer.
because the
Yeah.
other stuff will spike your sugar and start to store your fat.
Very good. Very good. So now it's about the insulin. Okay. They're both eating super low calorie. One is not spiking the insulin, the other one is. Okay. Now get this. Okay, if your body has spiked insulin, okay, when you eat a meal that has a lot of carbohydrate or a lot of sugar, you will not burn body fat because insulin is a storing hormone. Insulin wants to get the glucose, the food that you just ate, wants to store that. That's what insulin does. So insulin wants to get that and store into your cells. But when we're constantly eating food that is high glycemic, your cells are already full. Insulin has to store now in your liver because the cells are completely full. So it has to go to the liver. How many of you have heard about fatty liver?
Mm-hmm.
Some of you have heard about fatty liver.
Yeah.
There's a
Yes.
pandemic. There's a pandemic today in this country about fatty liver. I talk to doctors every single day about fatty liver. Do you know why? Because every meal that we eat spikes our insulin, and then it wants to store. Remember, it's a hormone that wants to store. It takes the insulin from our bloodstream, puts in the cells, and then whatever is left over, it goes to your liver. So your liver becomes a fatty liver. Back in the 70s or 80s, people that had fatty liver were the ones who drank alcohol. Now, the sad part, team, is we're seeing fatty liver in children today that are not drinking alcohol. Children of the age of 9, 10, 11. Why do you think that is? Is because the type of food. Every time we eat, we spike the insulin. 3 hours later, I eat again, spike my insulin. Every 3 hours, 5 times a day, sometimes 6 times a day, my insulin is high. So guess what? It stores into your liver. So now children are diagnosed with fatty liver at the age of 9 or 10. Okay, the reason that I'm saying all this is because if we control our insulin, if we don't train the body to spike our insulin every 3 hours, we will lose not weight. We all want to lose weight, but weight includes muscle, body fat, bones, water, tissues. That's body weight. What we want to lose is visceral fat. Now, a visceral fat actually goes in around your organs, okay, inside of your organs, around your organs. You don't know it's happening, but it's been happening for a while. It's in a silent way, right? So, I mean, when you see a male that is not overweight, like generally overweight, it's pretty thin, but has a big belly, just the belly, you can guarantee that is visceral fat because visceral fat comes around the stomach area and is going to be around your organs. Okay. So giving you this context, why am I saying all this? Is because the key of losing visceral fat or so-called body weight that we all want to lose is to control the insulin, team. If your insulin is high, okay, you will not burn body fat because insulin is going to store. Okay. If our insulin is low, now we're going to tap into our own body fat to use that as energy. Okay. So instead of burning glucose and burning sugar, my body's like, okay, my insulin is low. I need energy. Let's go to our own body fat or visceral fat, take that and actually use that as energy. That's how we actually begin to lose body fat. I think there's a question,
Yeah,
right?
someone was asking about, so what does it mean to have insulin resistance then?
Very, very good question. That was who that asked the question?
I'm not sure. It's
Yulima?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, great question. Okay, that question. Okay, what does it mean when someone has insulin resistance? That's great. So, okay, once you're constantly eating food that spikes your insulin, right? Example, breakfast, I ate, orange juice, oatmeal, bagels, and donuts. And 3 hours later, okay, my body's trying to lower the insulin, but 3 hours later, I eat another meal that is going to spike. My body did not have a chance to lower the insulin. 3 hours later again. And I do this for many years. Spike, 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 spike. Your body actually becomes resistant to insulin, which means in your cells, okay, we have thousands of cells, right? We have something called the insulin receptor, okay? These guys, the receptor, they actually become resistant. Why? Because the insulin is in your body circulating 24/7. Okay, insulin should not be in our body 24/7. Insulin should be only, dumped in our system when needed. But when we eat every 3 hours, spiking, it's going to be constantly in your system, which means the receptors of your cells are now resistant to it. They're accustomed to it. They don't want to take it anymore. When that happens, your body becomes resistant to insulin. And guess what happens? When your body becomes resistant to insulin, where does your body store?
Yep.
Anybody? Where does your body store? In your liver and around your organs, because your cell receptors are saying, we don't want energy. We're resistant to you. Okay. So that's happening now so much today. So the key is to control the insulin. So let me give you one more thing. Okay. And I'm going to pass it out. Okay, when we're talking about metabolic reset, okay, we all heard that metabolic reset, phenomenal. Can we explain? Okay, if like somebody asked me, Thiago, what is a metabolic reset? Can you explain to me? Can we feel comfortable explaining? So think about this way. Think your body as a hybrid car. Okay, your body's a hybrid car. A hybrid car can use battery and can use gasoline. It can use both fuels. Okay, it's a hybrid. Okay, your body, when we reset that way, the metabolism, our body now becomes efficient of using, sometimes I'm going to use glucose as energy. Sometimes I'm going to use my own body fat as energy. When we can become flexible that way, okay, we're resetting our metabolism. We're using body fat as energy and sometimes glucose as energy. But what happens is 100% of the time now, we're using glucose. We're not using our fat because our insulin is high. So when we reset everything, your metabolism, the body becomes efficient at burning, and we can also preserve muscle mass that way. I know that was a lot for you, but I just want to give an overall understanding of insulin control is key. And this program works so well. Here's why. We actually reset the body by lower the insulin with the meals that we eat in Trilogy. By doing that, the insulin is low. We can actually reset the metabolism, and we use our own body fat to burn fat. Does that make sense?
So Tiago, some of them may be wondering, okay, with the eating meals, the mini meals that we use, like we have 5 that are in a reset. There's 5 of those meals, and then you have a lean and green. So with Trilogy moving into this MetaVantage technology, tell us about the 3 additional ingredients that is now going to be added, because I know a lot of people are wondering, well, what's different about what we're moving into? Why is this pilot going to be so much more? Why are we doing this pilot? Because we have this MetaVantage technology that was not in there previously. So those 3 ingredients, those 3 new ingredients that are coming, going to be input in those fuelings.
Got it. And guys, data is everything. Trials, everything. I work again with those drugs that you guys heard about it. And I mean, when we talk to doctors, we have to present clinical data. The study that we've done for 64 weeks, for 70, here's the clinical data, doctor. You can bank on this. And Trilogy has that. We have 16 weeks of clinical data that we can prove that we can actually, reduce body fat by 14%. That's a lot. That's not 14 pounds. It's 14% of visceral fat. We also have data now, clinical data, that 98%, preserving that lean muscle mass. And guys, muscle mass is everything. Preserving the muscle mass equals longevity. There's so much data today that whoever can keep more muscle in your body, you will live longer. Okay. Another one is 10 times greater weight loss. Okay. And 17 times greater fat loss. But Valerie mentioned about 3 key components, ingredients. So the first one that we have is the postbiotic. The postbiotic ingredient means supporting health gut microbiome and metabolic health. That's one. The second one we have is chromium picolinate. That one supports health insulin function. Okay, we all know a little bit more about insulin. So that's a key component that we have in our meals now, in our fuelings, that is going to support insulin function. And the third one is choline. Choline supports healthy fat metabolism and liver health. And we talk about liver health too. There's a pandemic of fatty liver right now. So these 3 ingredients that Valerie mentioned is part of our fuelings today. And again, data is everything. And we have 16 weeks of clinical data that we can now feel confident and good about talking about. This program works. The science is with us, behind us. And that's why I'm 100% in, because it's not about weight loss. It used to be, focused on weight loss. Is no longer weight loss. Now it's about reducing that visceral fat, and we have the clinical data to back it up, because it works. We know if the insulin is controlled, we're going to lose body fat.
One thing I did want to kind of tag along off of that is with these mini meals, or what we call fuelings, these added ingredients that Tiago would talk about, that's in addition to what's already there, which is 24 vitamins and minerals, prebiotics that have been working so well for clients for many, many years. These additional things that are going to be added just up the ante. This is what we're excited for you guys to try in this pilot program. If you want to reach out to your coach about this, these are the things that have taken things that are already working and literally taken it to the next level. So this is an exciting time to be a part of this MetaVantage technology. One thing that I did want to point out is the fact that if you're planning to do this reset pilot, we want to make sure that you guys have the right scale to be able to measure the appropriate metrics. So a couple of the things that we're going to look at, other than just the body weight that Tiago was talking about, is that we can actually guarantee that there is targeted fat loss in the visceral fat around the organs. That's what this program is going to target. But we need to be able to measure that. So get with your coach. There is a scale that we highly recommend, that we want you to be able to look at the different metrics, including your body fat percentage, your visceral fat. It's not just about the body weight anymore, because as Tiago mentioned, body weight is constructing of your bones, and so your muscles, your water weight. So when we look at that scale and we see, and it's just one number, it's not giving us the full story. So we would highly recommend that you get one of those scales that your coach can recommend that you use, so that we can measure the things appropriately.
And guys, we don't want to lose muscle. So, when we lose body weight, when clients come up to me and tell me, I lost 30 pounds, the first question I ask, of what? 30 pounds of what did you lose? I don't know. I just lost weight. No. You don't want to lose 30 pounds of muscle. Trust me. You want to maintain all your muscle. So that's why Valerie was talking about the scale, because you want to target your visceral fat and you want to keep your lean mass. That's key.
And these smart scales are very, they're cost effective. You're not going to spend a lot of money on these. We just need a kind of a baseline, other than just that full single number. I don't think there was anything else we needed to talk about. Lisa, we'll go hand it over to you. I think you wanted to give some stories about some of the internal pilot things that you guys have already been experiencing. Some of you are really seeing some amazing results on this call.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I think education is knowledge, right? You guys just gave us so much understanding and clarity. clarity on why this works and really the ticket. I mean, I don't know. I've been in coaching for 17 years and I hear the same thing over and over again. I just can't lose my belly fat. I just can't lose weight. I'm trying to cut calories. I'm trying to work out at the gym and all the things, right? And we're doing it the wrong way. And guys, I'm going to be honest with you, probably more honest than I've ever been. This has been a shift in me since this last conference is I'm not going to apologize that we have the goods. It is not rocket science. It doesn't take a bunch of supplements. It doesn't take drinking this and doing this. It is about just staying clear on the principles that Tiago and Valerie just shared. And we have the programs. And what I'm mostly excited about is some of you have been with us for a while, and I'm going to address that in a minute. But this is a three-phase program. We're going to reset your metabolism based on that scale. I'm not going to want to hear, I want to lose 40 pounds. I will say, get your scale and we can determine what you need to lose because we don't know, right? We might have some really good muscle in there and we don't want to lose that. So we're really going to look at that a little differently. So I would really plead to you to, when you get the scale and you decide to do a metabolic reset, that you stay on that metabolic first phase till you actually reach your goals. Okay. So then you can experience phase 2 and phase 3, which our company is going to give you everything you need as you evolve into being even healthier. So I really want you guys to understand this is not just the hamster wheel. Hop on, lose a few pounds, feel a little bit better, go off, do your thing, come back, do the cycle. Okay, we've been cycling a lot over the years because people look at it as a diet. We're not a diet. We really want to get America healthy. And how we're going to do that is moving them through the 3 phases and not just stopping at phase 1, reset, 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 reset. And so I really want to you guys to have all the confidence that we all have that this works and this is going to get you to your goals. Now, because we have the three phase program now, it's going to be a lot easier to have the tools at your fingertips when you do reach your goal, and you and your coach will work together on that. Okay. And outside of having your coach, and please utilize your coach, you guys, you get a free health coach. Do you know what it's like out there when you, if I was to hire Tiago and Valerie to be my fitness instructors, guess what? I would have to pay them probably a pretty good penny. Guess what? You guys get to connect with your coach and we get to help you. And I love that. So, and Tiago just said it, you're 17% more fat loss that you're going to have by working with your coach. The other thing is we just created our field, just created a client hub. Get with your coach on that. Get into the client hub. Everything you need is in that client hub. And you guys, we have upped our game on our Monday night calls. You get on those calls that we have reset calls every Monday night. If you can't hit it live, do the recording. Now, the challenge is this. You as coaches or clients will not be available to get till August 10th. A lot more. Now you can go into your account and order about 5 or 6 different things. But what we want to do is challenge you on the 10th to get with your coach, go in there. I would like to challenge you guys to do at least 2 weeks of the reset was using just our new fuelings. Now, someone asked in the chat, I have a lot of the old, can I use it? Yes, those are still very valid and very good. But let's do 2 weeks with just the new, and then you can start adding the old as you're going to continue your reset. But we wanted some data. We heard the pilot program at conference, and guys, it is crazy. The just adding those different ingredients, which by the way, side note, the company owns this. Nobody's going to be coming and mocking or not mocking us, doing what we're doing because we own it. Okay. We have the formula. They've been working on this for years and we now have it in our hands. So we want to do 2 weeks of our own pilot program and we want to see the results. I'm going to just take a minute or two. We have coaches that came back from conference, hopped on the pilot program ourselves. So I have been using the Trilogy protocol for the last, well, today's day 6. And I'm going to just speak to my food noise is completely gone. Completely gone. I haven't weighed in a couple days because I'm not doing that every day, but the first 4 days I weighed and I was already down 4 pounds. I was averaging a pound a day. So Monday I will get my weekly weigh in. I feel it, I definitely feel it hitting my inches. Instantly within 3 days, my clothes were fitting a lot looser. My husband is doing it with me. If you know him, you look at him and think, oh, he doesn't have that much to lose. Well, he's down 8 pounds. He's feeling amazing. He told me this morning, I want to do week 2 with you. He was only going to do it for 1 week, and he's feeling so good. He wants to do into the second week. He has goals while preserving all our muscle. I mean, we did not lose muscle. We have lost fat. I went down 1 point in my bad fat. And that is just amazing when it's only been 5 or 6 days. Okay. So if you've been on the reset for the last 5 or 6 days a week, hop on and just give us a couple of your wins that you've had for those. And I think there's several of us. So hop on if you have experienced what you've experienced for the last 5 days. I think
I'll
Vicky had
share.
something. Okay, go ahead, Kathy.
Yeah, I've been on. It's day 6 today, and energy is through the roof. My kids, who I'm golfing with right now, 2 of my boys are going, Mom, what is up with you today? You have so much energy. And my weight, first 4 days, have gone down 5 pounds. My inches have gone down 2 inches overall. I am so excited about this program.
Love it.
Yeah, I'll share real quick. Energy, I woke up at 5 this morning and like was ready to go start my day. And so I've had so much energy even today on day 6 and feel very lean. I put my clothes on today and I felt like, wow, my waist, it's definitely targeting that waist circumference, which is one of the ingredients that it is reformulated that it said it will do. So energy, that, and then I will say food noise, satisfied, like completely fine. I feel like I could do this my whole life. Like I'm like, this is totally great.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kayla. Food noise is completely gone. I have had food noise forever. And I'll tell you, it's 100% gone. And I'm just feeling amazing. Like this is so much more than what we have done in the past.
Perfect. I love that. Okay, I'm going to just share something with you guys real quick. And it's true. I had a coach that couldn't hop on today, and she's like, "Are you recording this?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she's like, a water heater broke." But anyways, it was funny. She's like, "I'm feeling so energetic. That would have thrown me over the edge if that water heater would have broke." And I'm just like, "Nope, I can do this." And I said, "I know. I feel like I want to rip all my closets out today and organize it all." And then she sent me a picture of her closet. She goes, "That's what I'm doing right now." So I don't know what this is all about, but we're all gonna like we have this extra energy, I guess. But one thing I just wanted to say real quick, and because we wanted to keep this call about 30 minutes, is like if you're revisiting and you've done Optavia and you've been successful, and all the ones that spoke have been successful on it. I lost 45 pounds on it. I love it. It still is the best thing out there. That is such a story to hold, but this is one thing that I have seen with my clients because I've done this for 17 years. They will come back around because they do know it works and they've tried other things. They do know it's worked, but for some reason, they just 100% cannot get engaged like they did the first time around. I don't know about you, but the first time I've done this, I lost 45 pounds in 3 months. I kept my eye on the goal. Nothing was gonna like tempt me, and I was completely focused. And then if over the years I wanted to lose a few pounds, I would get on the 5-in-1, and by the afternoon I'm eating a handful of nuts and I'm just not measuring stuff and I'm just not doing the things. And even though I still felt good and knocked off a couple pounds, it took me a little longer. But my clients were struggling because they didn't have the same, they weren't as intense as they were the first time. And soon as they got the edge off and they went on a vacation and opened up that funnel a little bit and ate a little bit more, it was very hard to get back on that 5-in-1. I don't know. It's probably something with our brain, right? We know what it took. I'm asking you, I have several clients that wanted to get back on track, and this is what I told them. This is a new day. You treat this. We are a new company. We have new fuelings. I said there's going to be something in your brain that's going to invite you back in to do it the way it's designed to get the results that you really truly want. And for the last time, get off that hamster wheel and don't deviate till you are at your desired goal because you don't want that cycle to start again. So I'm asking you if you've been a client and you want to get re-engaged, get with your coach for the accountability because we're going to do a kickoff call for anybody on here, new, old, that want to do it on August 16th. Okay. We're going to start on the 17th because you're going to be able to order on August 10th. Okay. We're going to do a kickoff call and we're going to get our food scale. This is what I've done this week, guys. I haven't done it in a long time. Food scale. Did not hack any fuelings, didn't add laughing cow cheese to anything, did the program it way it was designed, and 6 days later, I'm seeing major results. That has energized me to keep doing this till I get to my desired composition so I can move to phase two 100% without questioning it. That's what I'm asking you guys. So get with your coach, discuss your plan. We'll use up your old fuelings, but we wanted 2 weeks of just the new right now. And they will work with you on getting you set up. We'll meet again on August 16th for a kickoff call. We'll get that information out to you. We'll get it kicked off, a 2-week pilot program that we're doing amongst ourselves. And then we can see the results. And this is a new day, you guys. You guys are going to really, I don't know about you, but my social media is like blowing up with 5,000 coaches that are doing this reset. People are having some major results. So this is exciting. So we're going to end. Does anybody, and I have someone who's like, I don't want to wait. And they went in and they ordered the 5 things that were available to them. They're like, we don't care. And then on the 10th, I'll reorder. I'm not saying wait, I'm saying you'll have more choices, but there are choices now. And I have some that are just ready to go. They're not even wanting to wait and they'll go back in and order again on the 10th. So that's an option. So get with your coach on that too. So any questions before we close this out? I may stop the recording